Yo, what is up, guys? Joker here bringing you another video. This is most likely going to be the last video I make about this topic unless we do get more official statements. And I'm so annoyed by it. I'm going to try to make it as much satire as I actually can. The thumbnail is going to be super clickbaity, and the title is going to be like intentionally disingenuous clickbait, right? Because that's literally what everybody's doing for some fucking reason to stir up drama, right? Nintendo CEO hints at Palworld lawsuit. They're going to sue Palworld. And then we have a bunch of fucking idiot game journalists essentially saying that Nintendo confirms action against Palworld over IP infringement. Oh my God, this is happening. But in those same articles, they say that they have no source and it's all fucking speculation. I go over what would have to be proven in my Why Nintendo Can't Do Anything About Palworld video. And I'm going to show some cases, right, of why it would be fucking stupid for Nintendo to try anything. So, this is hopefully a relatively short video, but I just keep seeing this shit pop up 23 hours ago, right? And most of it is less than 4 or 5 days ago, right? The 9th, the 10th. So, all of this is relatively recent within the week, right? I sorted by within the week for a reason. Um, this is the only official statement we have, right? Where Nintendo's essentially saying, leave us the fuck alone. We know about this. We've already looked into it, and there's nothing that we can do, right? I want to bring up a couple of points. Pokemon and Palworld are both based out of Japan. They would have started their copyright infringement case while Power World was still in development. They wouldn't have waited for it to sell 20 million copies, right? Because at this point, if Nintendo does try to do anything against Power World, Power World has a large enough supportive fan base that would be a decent chunk of revenue that Nintendo would lose because multiple people, I don't know if they're 100% serious, but I know personally I wouldn't buy another Pokemon game if they try to just swing their dick around and shut down an indie company because they're greedy, which is in suit for Nintendo, right? So, do you all remember when Nintendo sued YouTubers and put strikes on their channel because they wanted their ad revenue? Anyone who played like Nintendo games or had Nintendo music, right? That happened less than a year ago. They were copyright striking YouTube channels just because they're greedy fucks. That's the entire reason, right? So, if there was something that they could do against Palworld, they would have already done it. I'm pretty positive that Palworld CEO went on record saying that he already had his lawyer look over Palworld before official launch, and that would make sense why some pals and some content didn't make it into the game, right? It's stuff that the lawyer advised to take out because maybe it was a little bit too close. But we still have people trying to fan this fire saying that this is going to happen and that this action has been confirmed when it hasn't been confirmed. They have no source. They're speculating and taking the one statement we have out of context. The reason why I feel like Nintendo's not going to do anything is because a while back, Universal Studios tried to sue Nintendo over Donkey Kong because they owned King Kong, right? And they were essentially saying, "Oh well, it's too close to our brand, right? You're infringing on us, right?" Which is the exact same statement that they would have to make, but they didn't win that lawsuit. Nintendo won that lawsuit. Disney lost that lawsuit because you can't copyright an animal. I've already gone over that in my last video. You cannot copyright animals, gods, mythology. You cannot copyright anything that would be a lawsuit for Nintendo right now because if you could, And then Square Enix, Bandai Namco, anyone that owns a Monster Gathering game that newer Pokemon even take a little bit of inspiration from, they would be able to go ahead and sue Nintendo over that. Digimon would be able to sue. Dragon Quest would be able to sue because it's too close to concept, right? A lot of the designs are relatively as close as the ones from Palworld into a Pokemon in a Palworld, right? Some of those designs are literally that identical, going from like Monster Rancher or Dragon Quest or Digimon to these new Pokemon, right? So these other companies would have the same case against Nintendo that Nintendo is trying to have against Palworld. So they wouldn't do that. And we've already gone over the fact that Nintendo is greedy, right? Nintendo is notoriously greedy. They sued YouTubers because they wanted ad revenue from them. And YouTubers were taking money that Nintendo felt was theirs. So they fucking were copyright striking. And in case you don't know, if you get 3 copyright strikes on your channel is just deleted. So some big channels were getting copyright striked and had a potential takedown because Nintendo just wanted to be greedy assholes. So the only thing that could happen in this situation, and this is a complete hypothetical, the only thing that could happen is Nintendo decides to take its dick out and whip it around, right? They would essentially do that and say that Palworld is infringing on the brand. Not copyright infringement, that it's infringing on the brands, that people are taking Palworld as the newest set of Pokemon and it's harming their brand. That's the only case they would have. And that wouldn't even be a strong case, right? And that case wouldn't even be an attempt at winning. They would only make a case like that to bleed Pocket Pair out of money because Nintendo has infinitely more resources than Pocket Pair. But the reason why they're not going to do that is because Pocket Pair sold over 20 million copies. The backlash that Nintendo would get is insane. They would not risk losing that much money. Because let's say even 1% of the 20 million people don't buy the next Pokemon game if they do that. Then Pokemon games are like $70, right? And what's 1% of 20 million? Isn't it like 200K or something? So that would be millions of dollars that they're losing out. Plus, they would lose the money for the lawsuit. So they wouldn't do that. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make my second and hopefully last video going over this until we get another official statement. None of this bullshit saying that they've confirmed it, that they're going to sue, because they haven't confirmed shit. All they've said is leave us the fuck alone and stop harassing us. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.